Hathor is a digital platform for financial transactions and contracts with a unique combination of high scalability and high decentralization. It wants to create the perfect environment for multiple use cases where scale, efficiency, long-term security and censorship resistance through network distribution combined are needed or can drastically cut current costs and bureaucracy. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the Hathor network. In short, Hathor is a scalable and easy to use blockchain for digital assets. Hathor addresses the problem of scalability and decentralization maintenance among distributed ledger networks by including a chain of mined blocks inside a DAG of transactions. Now, DAG stands for Directed Acyclic Graph and is a data modeling or structuring tool typically used in cryptocurrencies. As a DAG is a type of graph, it is a structure made up of nodes or vertices and edges connecting the nodes. The two main particularities of a DAG that distinguish it from other general types of graphs are that each edge has a direction indicated by arrows and it does not allow cyclic relationships of nodes. Hathor can be described as a scaled and easy to use distributed ledger to support light financial transactions and contracts. It is also a consensus platform, but its architecture is novel, which basically means that it is a hybrid one designed by combining directed acyclic graph and blockchain technologies. Just see it like having a blockchain inside a DAG and then both being intertwined. How it works is that when the number of transactions is low, the blockchain ensures security. And when the number of transactions increases significantly, DAG takes over. Hathor has 4 key features, which are high scalability, easy to use where anyone can create their own token in less than a minute, no fees for sending or receiving tokens, and a built-in atomic swap. The challenge I personally see with this is that of scams and rug pulls, because you don't need any knowledge of gas, Solidity or ERC20 to release your own tokens. Even though that challenge goes for all other chains like BSC and the Ethereum network too. It's still something worth considering if you could just create something with the click of a button. Now, on their website they also advert how easy it is to use their network. First, you need to download their wallet. And then for the second step, you need to create a new wallet. The third step is creating your own token, for which they have a tutorial on their YouTube channel, which I'll link down below. Now, about atomic swap. Hathor uses the example of Alice and Bob that want to sell and buy a NFT from each other. For a trade to be successfully registered into such blockchains, one must use at least 2 transactions. But once using such ordinary blockchain transactions, the first party to have the transaction registered into the blockchain has no guarantee that their counterparty will honor its end of the trade. So in their example, Alice transfers Bob her tokens without there being a guarantee that Bob would send something back. The first solution that searched to address this problem was using a mutually trusted third party. This is also known as an escrow. Wikipedia defines this as: an escrow is a contractual arrangement in which a third party receives and disburses money or property for the primary transacting parties, with the disbursement dependent on conditions agreed to by the transacting parties. This is what we have, for example, in centralized cryptocurrency exchanges, centralized NFT marketplaces and over-the-counter deals. But it still doesn't guarantee a 100% success rate. A better alternative is the implementation on a blockchain of a feature called atomic swap. Atomic swap is a feature of blockchains that enables trades in a trustless manner. While using the atomic swap, Alice will transfer some crypto to Bob's wallet, and Bob needs to transfer the NFT to Alice's wallet for it to be sold. An atomic swap binds transfers to form a trade proposal, and they both need to sign the trade proposal that is somehow registered into the blockchain. And once a valid and signed trade proposal is registered into the blockchain, both transfers from and to each other happen irreversibly. In Hathor, blockchain transactions can have more than one remitter wallet and more than one asset, and atomic swap is a built-in feature. This allows the performance of trades in Hathor in a single transaction, which is an atomic swap transaction. Hence, unlike most blockchains, Hathor does not need smart contracts to enable trustless trades. Such approach removes the inherent complexity and risks of smart contracts for developers and users. Besides the Hathor network, there's also the Hathor Labs and Hathor Foundation. Hathor Labs was created to support the development and deployment of Hathor network, which is an open source, publicly available and community driven. Its primary goal was and is to put together a capable team, manage the development in the early stages, guard the pre-minted tokens and raise funds. The funds were raised by selling equity in pre-mined tokens. And as the main network had not been launched at the time, tokens were sold through simple agreements for future tokens. These are better known as SOFs and is a security issued for the eventual transfer of digital tokens from cryptocurrency developers to investors. SOFs were created to help cryptocurrency ventures fundraise without violating regulations. It can be compared to a simply agreement for future equity, which allows startup investors to convert their cash investment into equity at a point in the future. They made a seed investment round with friends and family and some selected private investors. This gave them enough funds to keep their company running. And the funds have been primarily used to support both the development of their technology and the launch of the mainnet. Now, the main objective of the Hathor Foundation is to promote and support the Hathor network platform. And the board of the foundation will take care of the administration and consists of leaders of the community, strategic advisors, and the Hathor Labs founders. It will act in 3 different lines, which are community management, the promotion of education and maintenance, and R&D of the platform. Now, the team is responsible for monitoring the network, support exchanges and miners, and do integrations with the ecosystem. Think of examples like hard and multi-coin wallets. It's also responsible for researching new technologies and solutions. And educational promotion will focus on bringing discussions to academic levels by funding scholarships and research centers, promote workshops, and courses in universities. Now, community management is done by controlling bounties, community rewards, participation in events, promotion of events, management of communication channels, and strategic partnerships. Now, one of the most popular things in crypto lately is running nodes or the ability to do so. And with Hathor, you can run your own node and be part of the network. Their code is open source and available for everybody to use. The easiest way to run a node is to use their Docker image, and you need Python 3.6 installed. A full guide on how to run a node on the Hathor network can be found on their welcome area in their Discord. This also contains documents on how to start mining and how to download a wallet and start using their network. So if you really want to immerse yourself in this project, be sure to check out all the possibilities it offers you. Alright, before we look into the team and the community of Hathor, let me remind you that I'm not a registered financial advisor and that my videos should not be taken as financial advice. They are meant to be educational and entertaining only. Always make sure to do your own research before investing into any projects. Right, so about their community and their team, let's have a look at both. Their core team consists of 10 people with 5 co-founders. And their CEO is Jan Mortens and their CTO is Marcelo Salha-Brogliado, who's also featured on the Hathor Network YouTube page in a couple of videos where he talks about stuff related to the project. Now, all members are docs that can be found on LinkedIn, so that helps when doing your due diligence. You can find Hathor on Telegram and Discord, so be sure to follow them to stay up to date on the latest news. And if you like crypto related videos, then please click that playlist right there. For now, my name is Rick Richardson, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Doei!